Hello again, this is Guy Griffiths with the second in our series of webinars from FitLinks. I'm here again with Alina Cooper, the MD of FitLinks, and she's going to be talking on this webinar today about creating a professional and streamlined onboarding process, all part of how to improve retention by improving your staff retention. Over to you, Alina.
Thanks, Guy. Hi, guys. Great to be chatting with you today. I'm really looking forward to the event in October. So as Guy said, today we're going to take a quick sneak preview and look at how we go about creating a professional and streamlined onboarding process. I think often this is an area that's normally neglected by a lot of employers. We spend a lot of time thinking about recruiting staff. We spend a lot of time then obviously with them when they start. But often where there's a bit of a disconnect is that process from when they're offered the job to when they actually start and what that looks like. Everything from collecting their kind of eligibility to work, their bank details, and then setting them up for their first day. So we're going to look at that whole process today. So right the way through from when you first place your job advert through to when you are hiring that person and what you then need to do thereafter. So the first thing we're going to look at is why you should do that. So as you can see, there's a few bullet points here, but you want to streamline your recruitment processes because you want to attract top talent. You want to make sure you hire the right candidate. You want to make sure it's a professional experience for that candidate and that you know from site to site there's consistency with your brand. Ultimately, by doing this, you are going to save yourself time in the long run. You're also going to save yourself money. You're going to improve your staff and subsequently your client retention, which we'll come on to talk about in one of the later webinars. And lastly, it allows you to be GDPR compliant, which is everyone's favourite topic at the moment. So the first thing we want you to do is actually go away and think, and on a piece of paper, just write down, what are your objectives? So what are you looking to achieve? What do you want to achieve in your recruitment process? Obviously, you want to hire someone, but what type of person do you want to hire? What does your ideal candidate look like? And how are you going to engage with them? So candidates for different roles have different personalities, they have different skill sets. So actually, we shouldn't be looking at talking to those candidates in the same way, because someone who might be taking a maintenance role could be very different to the personality of someone who's taking a PT role versus a lifeguard role. So think about who those people are and how you can best engage with them. Think about their demographics, what age, what are their likes, what are their dislikes. And the more effort you put into this process initially and you start creating those kind of personas like you would with your marketing plan for your membership base, the more successful you're going to be. The next thing is to create a streamlined recruitment plan. So most people just wing their recruitment. Very few companies actually have a plan in place. And again, you'd have it for your marketing plan, you have it for your business plan. So why don't you have it for your staff, who are your biggest asset? This looks at everything from your recruitment needs through to how you screen candidates, how you communicate with them, what the hiring process is, and then the last point is obviously then how you actually go about bringing them on board. The next thing we look at is kind of 4 key areas. So firstly, developing a recruitment toolkit, so spending some time understanding your needs, creating a library of job adverts that sell to the candidate. And if you caught our previous webinar, we talked a little bit about how to create those job adverts. And then creating a library of email templates, which is really key. Not only does it save you time, but it also creates consistency and professionalism across the board. You also need to identify your recruitment processes. So looking at what are the key steps for recruitment in that role? Do they need to have a trade test? Is it a telephone interview? Is there an assessment day? What are those steps? And having, again, so you know that one centre manager is going to be recruiting a PT in exactly the same way and putting them through the same process that the other one would at the site down the road. Also creating a library of interview role. So thinking about what you want them to be looking at effectively. The next thing is embracing technology. So this is looking at how you post jobs, how you manage your recruitment funnel, how you use online tools to help streamline your processes and saving you both time and money and making it again more professional for the candidate. And then the last thing is looking at hiring and onboarding. So creating an engaging onboarding process. You want to keep that candidate super excited to be, for their first day. So making sure you communicate, because sometimes that could be a 4-week notice period. Sometimes it can be a 12-week notice period. And you need to keep them super excited and super engaged with your brand throughout that time. It shouldn't just be a case of they speak to you on the day you offer them the job and then they don't speak to you again until they start. Again, creating a library of templates, and also then investing in your employees thereafter, and looking at how you develop and implement a career development training program. So that's everything from us today on how you streamline your recruitment. Thank you for tuning in today, and I will hand you back over to Guy.
That's fantastic. Thanks, Alina. Hopefully some really good snippets in this preview today. If you want to find out more, then tune in again this time next week. But if you want to have a truly interactive presentation from Alina on improving staff retention and therefore improving member retention, then book your tickets to Retention, which is on the 9th of October at the Oxfordshire. You can go to ggfit.com/RRR and book your tickets now. Thank you.